So what are we gonna do right now?
We are, well, first thing I'm gonna do is go piss. And then we're gonna go see Daybreakers. From what I hear, it's gonna be a pretty good movie. Heard nothing but good things about it. And read nothing but good things about it.
It should be pretty good. Well, Chris said it was good, right?
Chris said it was really good. His dad didn't particularly care for it.
Oh, really? Did you see One Weird Girl's review on it? She did a review on it.
Not
she
yet.
Said it was really good,
So.
And everybody else that I haven't heard anything bad. Let's put it that way.
My friend Mike saw it. He really liked it. Of course, Chris liked it, and I usually go by what they say on most movies. And if they usually like a movie, then I usually like a movie. If they give it their stamp of approval, that usually means I'll give it my stamp of approval. So we shall see.
I think it's what, about 2 hour movie.
Yeah.
Something like that. Get a shot of our Mercer Mall Hollywood side.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Also, land sale release.
You can see that.
See that?
It's
kind of hard to see.
It's kind of not really focusing in, showing up really well. But yeah, that's what the mall spent $1 million on. Literally $1 million for that Mercer Mall sign. And here we are approaching the movie theater, Cinemas 8. Quick shot of the front of the building. Alright, and we are here. It is Adam's Family. It is cool. Pinball machine. I would love to have that in my house. That's really cool. I saw it. Just pulling out of the movie theater.
What'd you think of it?
Well, it was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't. It was good. It was different. It was an interesting premise.
Yeah.
For a vampire movie, it's a little different.
It's like a sci-fi vampire movie.
Right. It wasn't scary, so don't go in expecting to be, to be just scared right out of your socks, because it's not scary, but it
was more than the vein of Blade almost.
Right. It's a little bit horror, a little bit sci-fi, a little bit action.
There's not really a love story, so that's kind of good.
Right. It's not it's a good vampire movie. It's not a great vampire movie. It's not something I could watch every day.
The acting was great.
Great acting. Oh yeah, Sam Neill, William Dafoe, and Sam Neill both delivered. They both delivered the goods in this movie, big time. They both always play excellent characters in their movies. This is actually
I'm going this way. I could have went the other way.
This is actually the second time William Dafoe has played a vampire in a movie, as far as I can recall. The first time was in Shadow of the Vampire. And this time he plays another vampire turned human. So always delivers excellent performance, especially as a villain.
What was that line he gave? We both everybody loved in the theater. So like being a human living in a world of vampires is like going bareback in a $5 whore or something.
Right. Greatest line in the movie, I thought. William Dafoe actually delivers a couple of great lines. I thought he had the best dialogue in the entire film. Yeah. Sam Neill is always great, though. I love him in everything I've ever seen him in, especially in The Mouth of Madness.
Who's good? What in Serpent Rainbow? Was that Sam Neill?
Yes. But as far as how good it was on a scale of 1 to 10, it's better. It's an above average vampire movie. but it wasn't anything that just blew me away. As it wasn't on the level of a few of my personal favorites, Near Dark, Lost Boys, Fright Night, From Dusk Till Dawn, and more recently, if you've not seen Let the Right One In, another excellent vampire movie, probably the best vampire movie I've seen in the last 10 years or so. I liked it probably as good as, say, probably like John Carpenter's Vampires or Dracula 2000 or somewhere along those lines.
What are you giving out of 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, I would probably go with 6.5, maybe a 7.
I'd probably give it a 10. I'd say 7.5, 8. That area.
7.5 and 8. So you liked it a little bit better than I did.
I don't know. What would you say out of 5 stars? Steve, you had to give it 5 stars.
I would go with
3.5. I would say.
Yeah, I would go with 3. 3. You know, with on a 5-star scale, with 2.5 stars being your so-so average movie. I would go with 3 stars. Maybe, yeah, roundabouts 3. Like I say, an interesting premise, interesting plot line, storyline for a movie. I don't recall ever seeing another vampire movie that had quite the storyline and the premise that this one had. If you don't know anything about it, I'll tell you a little bit about it, but I don't want to give too much away. But it takes place 10 years in the future, and a major epidemic has occurred, and most of the world is being overtaken by vampires, and there's just a handful of humans left that are fighting for a cure. And humans are either given the chance to turn and join the vampire population, or they are taken as slaves and harvested for blood to sustain vampire society. But there are a few survivors out there that have banded together and have come up with a cure. And Ethan Hawke plays a vampire that has joined the side of the humans because he doesn't like being a vampire. And joins up with the humans. And Sam Neill plays the main bad guy. He's the always great villain in the films that he plays. And I don't want to give too much away, but the cure is unlike any other I've ever seen in any other vampire movie. And the ending I thought was really good.
By the time it got there, that's when it got pretty exciting. That's when people started dying.
Right. Sam Neill, I don't want to give it away, but Sam Neill, let's just say he gets exactly what's coming to him in the end. Yeah. And it leaves the door wide open for a part 2. So I wouldn't mind seeing a part 2 and a part 3, and a trilogy would be good. I would like to see a Daybreaker trilogy. Yeah. Although, like I say, this one wasn't scary, necessarily scary. It does have a couple scenes that kind of make you jump, but I didn't think it was necessarily scary, but it was interesting premise and a good storyline.
This is about really all we can say, huh?
But yeah, definitely check it out.